So Paddy, you've been on testosterone for a little while now, and tell me
Yeah.
about your skin, how it's reacting, and yeah, what issues you've been having.
Yeah, so I've been on it for about 2 years,
Hmm.
and after the first 6 months, I noticed my skin was becoming a lot more oily, and I was
Okay.
getting breakouts,
Uh,
and I've kind of got a little bit of like more redness in my
yeah.
skin.
Uh,
I find it a bit harder to control spots when they come
yeah.
out.
Uh,
Um, so yeah, anything you could advise
yeah.
about that would be
Yeah.
great.
So I think with testosterone, what it does is it increases the oiliness of the
Hmm.
skin, and which is good in a lot of ways because it's kind of masculinizing on the skin.
Yeah.
But the drawback being that you do get breakouts a lot
Hmm.
more, and particularly when you're developing more hair around about that area, that can be a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
So there's some things that can be done with skincare, and then there's some things that can be done with slightly more advanced in-clinic treatments.
Hmm.
So I would say with skincare, a good idea is to get onto a retinoid,
Right.
which is a type of skincare product that is derived from vitamin A. What vitamin A does is that it kind of reduces and balances the amount of oil that the skin's producing, and it just works kind of topically. It doesn't affect anything systemically, so it's
Okay.
not going to affect your testosterone levels or
Yeah.
anything. That will help just to kind of reduce the risk of breakouts, and
Hmm.
it will also have sort of benefits to the skin itself. So it's collagen stimulating, so
Right.
nice from an anti-aging point of view as
Oh,
well.
nice.
The other thing that I would maybe suggest doing is kind of getting into the habit of maybe doing a facial every so often,
Hmm.
just to kind of extract some of the excess sebum
Okay.
that's there as well. And just doing a very simple extraction facial, maybe with a peel every so often, to kind of remove some of the debris from the skin and some of the
Yeah.
dead cells, just helps to unclog
Yeah, that'd
things as
help, I
well.
think.
So I think that's something you'd maybe do every 6 weeks or
Hmm.
once every skin cycle. The other thing to reduce the actual redness
Hmm.
is an ingredient called azelaic acid, which is an anti-inflammatory acid. It sounds slightly counterintuitive to put an acid on your
Yeah.
face, but azelaic acid is one that it really calms down everything in your skin, and people use it a lot for rosacea. So there's a couple of products with azelaic acid in it. Some are prescription, and then others are over the counter.
Mhm.
In my skincare range, I have one called Goodnight, which actually combines a retinoid with azelaic acid.
Okay.
So I think that would be a good one to use just at night time once a
Mhm.
day. Help to calm down the skin, but also treat the breakouts. And aside from that, the really important thing is just to use a sunscreen because
Yeah.
that causes inflammation. Sun UV exposure causes
Mhm.
inflammation in the skin, and then that will kind of worsen any redness and
Okay.
irritation that you've got. So I'd say a sunscreen, and then azelaic acid retinoid at night,
Yeah.
and then every so often doing a facial. The other thing that you can do potentially at some stage, if that doesn't work, is to do a sort of blue light treatment for the skin, which helps inhibit some of the bacteria that are under the skin surface.
Okay.
We have one called Theraclear, which is a blue light IPL, and it uses this wavelength of light that's basically toxic to the bacteria themselves. And you would do a series of treatments, usually 6 treatments, about a week apart, and that just helps to kind of calm down the skin, calm down the levels of bacteria. And often, if skincare is not enough, then
Yeah.
that might be a next step to do. But I would always start with something simple. Start with skincare,
Mhm.
see how you get on, but you have this in your back pocket in
Yeah.
case you need something a bit stronger.
Yeah. Sounds
Okay.
good.